Hey, what's up? It's your boy Terrell from Terrell Game Vlogs. It's been a while again. It happens. Like I said, I've been kind of stuck in a streaming habit, and with the whole coronavirus and everything, there have been things I've been wanting to record, and I've been literally working myself up to this moment, like 3 or 4 days. It's crazy. So I'm gonna upload. My plan is to record a bunch, but I'm not gonna release it all at once. So you will get videos. Some of them will be pre-recorded. I don't know how many. We'll see how the night takes us. I'm recording this at 1:30 a.m. So we'll see. And the first video I'm gonna do is on some really vulgar shit. And I don't mean like realistically, we're all adults here, but like I don't talk that crazy. Like I curse, but I don't like get into like the ridiculous terms that I could get into. Primarily because I just don't use them that often in everyday language. Most people fucking don't. Where the hell's my Powerade? Alright, cool. I need to make sure I have this because I'm going to need to drink some of that. So, I have no idea what I'm going to title this video. We're going to talk about simps and cucks and like e-girls and all that whole shit. So, as I'm recording this video, there's been some drama as of recently with Idubbbz, which you probably know from Content Cop. The ones that are probably the most notable are like the Leafy, Keemstar, and Rice Gum ones. Those are like the three ones he's most known for. And a lot of you only know him for Content Cop, even though he does other things. Content Cop is the main thing he's known for. He got into some drama primarily because his girlfriend started an OnlyFans account, which is essentially like a variation on Patreon, but for like only lewds and shit. So like his girlfriend, if you pay a fee to her OnlyFans account, you can get access to her either like flat out naked or like very close to naked online. I don't know. I haven't paid for it. I haven't seen pictures. I only heard about this and kind of watched some videos kind of detailing the situation. I'm using it as a jump off point. It's not really the whole point of the video, but I do want to mention some things because I do just have my opinions and statements. It was funny because Idubbbz posted a response to all the critiques he was getting. And part of the reason why he was getting critiques is that in other videos, and the other 10 Mongoose is another content cop he's known for. And in a lot of his content cops, he kind of makes, it's not really a stance, but it's definitely like, oh, she's a whore, she's a slut. Like, he would say things about those types of women who did that kind of shit. Not necessarily, and in the video, he's trying to defend himself in the sense that, well, I mean, just because I think it's cool, what's the problem? I think the problem is because you used to make fun of other people and other women who did it, and your girlfriend does it, and now all of a sudden it's cool, and, or the fact that you're cool with it, which really is irrelevant. No one gives a fuck that you're cool with your girlfriend doing it. People give a fuck about you calling people out for having girlfriends or being girls who did it and calling them such and such. But then like when the tables are flipped and your girlfriend's doing the same exact thing, you won't say shit to her about it. And one of the things that I found funny is that you can tell that he isn't recognizing that that's the problem. That, and I've also heard his girlfriend's kind of an asshole and has said some shit that's just like inherently offensive, which is probably the shit he probably needs to address. A lot of you don't even give a fuck that she has an OnlyFans account. The problem is, like, the dude that you're with has openly been like, oh, those women are whores. And then you have a girlfriend who, by your own admission, is a whore, but you're cool with it. Like, it's crazy. And I wanted to get into the simpery in the cuck culture in general. I'm gonna give you some backstory. So originally, I think a lot of people recognize that porn kind of has always been on the internet and has always been a thing. In a lot of ways, people think porn drives certain industries because everybody fucks with it. We just don't tell everybody we fuck with it. But like a lot of people fuck with it, right? And the thing about porn for the longest time is that up until I want to say maybe 10 years ago, let's say 10 years ago. It's actually probably been less time than that, but I'm gonna say 10 years ago as a general basis. it was very uncool or very porn was very like a dude bro thing in the sense that like now listen, any dude and woman could get off on anything realistically, but like the type of porn that like the geeks in the anime culture dudes got off to, that is what I view as like relatively recent. Now you did have obviously they would do something with Mario and Zelda and make pornos out of it. That shit existed. But like the Lou cosplays and the fucking videos and the pictures and all this other shit you get now, I feel like in the e-girl age is what I like to call it, that shit is more towards the gamer anime fandom, that side of the coin. And it was funny because I remember back in 2009 and 10, I used to get ragged on for liking ecchi anime. Not even fucking with these cosplay chicks. I'm talking like, if you watch Sekirei, yo, you're a fucking weirdo. And now it's become so socially acceptable, no one really gives a fuck anymore. But people gotta understand, when you, with the flooding in of being cool, and realistically, the reason why I think most of us said fuck it and we're cool with the whole, oh, you're into cosplay chicks or whatever, is because, like, a lot of dudes, like, a lot of people co-sign on that shit, but they do it, like, on the sly, but we all know you do it. So, like, okay, fine, it's cool. The problem came in is what came with those e-girls. Just like with any other type of YouTuber or entertainer or internet personality, you got a bunch of dumbasses who said a bunch of shit and did a bunch of shit that was either morally unethical or fucking dumb, and they didn't understand why it was a problem. And just like with any other fan base, you got like a bunch of people defending them. But the problem with e-girls is that you got a bunch of dudes defending this hot chick or this sexually attractive chick for the sake of, like, to the point where it felt like what people nowadays call simps, which is a dude who legit has no real connection with that girl other than the fact that you pay to get lewds and nudes and videos of her in sexual type positions and shit. Like, it's literally like a customer. It's like a customer to the store kind of relationship. Like, it seems more personable because she's on Twitch, or maybe she posts something on Instagram. And simps are the type of dudes who literally who act as the boyfriend type dude to a girl that they're not dating. So like a simp is literally a dude who wants to be the boyfriend to a girl he's not the boyfriend of, which then usually leads to him being cucked if the girl has a boyfriend. Spoiler, a good chunk of these chicks do have boyfriends. But it's also because these type of chicks are kind of that like unicorn type chick that a lot of dudes fuck with, which is a girl who fucks with games and anime to the same degree as they do. Like, let's be real here. If you're like a nerd, that's the kind of chick, like, I put it this way. If you were single right now and approached by a girl who was into the same shit as you and was like attractive and cosplayed and whatever, at the very least you would think about it. Even if you eventually just said, nah, I'm good, most of us would at least think about it, and I would say more than half of us would have been like, fuck yes, right? And so the whole nature of the simpery and that shit kind of comes from that innate interest. Now, look, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. If you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, I follow a lot of these chicks. I'm not fucking ashamed to say I follow these girls. And look, I have no problem if you're a sex worker. I don't get it twisted. I could give a fuck less if that's what you do. Because if nothing else, there's a bunch of images I just get to look at, or videos or GIFs, right? So I don't really care that you do it, right? But there is one thing in Idubbbz video that I thought was ridiculous. So he mentions a critique that a YouTuber commentator had on him, or on him and his girlfriend, right? And he put it in his video, and the guy who critiqued him had said something on the lines of, like, there are a bunch of things he could have done, that she could have done, instead of stooping herself to this level. And then Idubbbz response was something along the lines of, like, it's funny to him that he thinks that he, as a YouTube commentator, thinks he's that far above what his girlfriend does. And the first thing I went was like, do you think that they're close? Like, they're not. Like, I feel like he's trying to devalue the YouTube commentator to, like, make his girlfriend's OnlyFans stuff seem more socially acceptable. Now, look, porn stars exist. Porn stars are famous in a lot of ways. Same thing can go for e-girls. But, like, realistically, what's easier to talk about at the dinner table? That you make YouTube videos or that you show your naked body parts to people online? Because let's be real here, there's just a bunch of people who don't co-sign on that shit. Now granted, there's a bunch of people who do too, but it was like you're trying to take the moral high ground, and I'm like, bruh, I can literally go see your girl naked for like $2. Like, and then I can go leak it online for the rest of the world to see. And then the rest of the world don't have to pay $2. They just get to see naked pictures of your girlfriend. Like, but remember, he's cool with it, so it's fine. I just thought that was ridiculous to me because, like, at the end of the day, sex work is a job. You still, like, I'm not trying to denounce it as a legit form of income. It's more so me trying to make sure people understand that, like, it's still, like, pretty much, like, softcore porn or, like, just light porn. Like, and at the end of the day, if you're cool with it, pay for it. If you're cool with making it, cool for you. I fucking watch the content, so I obviously don't give a damn. It's that more. I guess my main critique isn't even for the girls. It's primarily for the dudes. Listen to me. It's cool that you like such and such streamer or such and such e-girl. No problem, no hate. The simpery becomes a problem, though, because simpery essentially means you're a bunch of blind-ass fans who are trying to be pseudo-boyfriends to a girl who literally looks at you like dollar signs or doesn't look to you romantically. Because they're chasing that dream of being that guy who becomes the cosplayer's boyfriend, right? And just like any other blind fan base, just because she's an e-girl and because she's cute and she cosplayed as Hinata or fucking Chun-Li or fucking, I forget the chick from Final Fantasy 15 or fucking, I don't know, Marge Simpson from The Simpsons, because sexy cosplays don't, as long as the girl got the figure for it, I don't give a fuck who she cosplays at, or Mrs. Incredible. Doesn't mean she's any smarter than you are. And so you need to call her out on the bullshit. Don't just don't let her be stupid and do something and say a bunch of dumb shit or do some shit that you know is wrong. But because she cute and your dick is hard, you ain't worrying about it. No. And the whole thing with the cuck comments I was here. From what I understood, cuck originally, from what I understood, was that cuck meant a dude who, like, I thought that was a fetish. Like, dudes who like to get cucked means you like to, like, if you have a wife or a girlfriend, you're the type of dude who gets off on the idea of your girlfriend or wife having sex with another man. Like, that's what I thought a cuck was. And that is a definition of it, but now they've just literally also added in, by the way, is a weak or, like, a weak-ass dude or, like, a meek-ass dude, like a pussy, essentially. The thing about calling people cucks is that some dudes literally get off on that. I almost feel like being a simp is a weird way to, like, create a psychological loop that makes you think that you're that girl's boyfriend, so that when you see her actual boyfriend or, like, there's, like, videos of them having sex for your enjoyment, you can almost self-cuck yourself. You can self-cuck yourself without even really being involved. Some dudes do that. It's a fetish, whatever, I don't care. Everyone has their thing. It's not my thing. I don't really get it, but hey, you ain't hurting nobody and you paid for the content. That's the way I look at it. I find simps more dangerous than cucks. Because simps are the type of dudes that'll co-sign on some dumb shit just because she's cute and because the dick is hard. It's crazy. It's a dangerous fucking cycle. I've only paid I've never paid like an e-girls. I've never used OnlyFans before. I've never subscribed to an e-girls Patreon or any of that stuff. I think I've only bought one e-girls video. She had like, at least this one does like video based around themes and shit. And the theme she had, at least that I was interested in, was on some bimbo shit. So a little insight, if you care. You probably don't. Good, you don't need to. But I'm just throwing it out there. Like I said, I'm trying to be transparent here. That's one thing I think a lot of YouTubers don't do. Just be transparent about dumb shit. You'd be surprised how much shit you wouldn't get if you would just say it and be done with it. You turn it into a big deal, and then you get mad that people are turning it into a big deal. Don't turn it into a big deal then, goddammit. But I think that's the only... Actually, I can look up a couple girls. I'll share them in the video. Like I said, I follow a good chunk of these girls online. One that used to do it, and she's retired, but I still follow her because I like the content. She's kind of like that weird, creepy goth girl that you know in school, but I still enjoy her content. Her name is Susu. Let me go on Instagram just to see. Like I said, Susu is one. I'm going to mute this because if I'm on Instagram, I might get videos. Juliet Michelle. Stephanie. Is that Stephanie Michelle? Yeah, Stephanie Michelle, which ironically enough is the chick I bought the video from. Let's see who else. I think her main. Oh, Shelly. Now, granted, I don't think she's a lewd cosplayer. And she's a cosplayer, but she's not like a lewd one. Her name is Shelly Annie, I think. Is that how you pronounce it? Shelly Annie. I don't know how to pronounce it. These are names I never say. She's more of like a normal cosplayer. But I fuck with because she's cute. I found her back during like the beginning of the Sword and Shield stuff. And she was doing like Nessa cosplays. Which we co-sign on that shit hard, bro. We co-sign on Nessa cosplays because we don't give a damn. What about on fucking Twitter? It's pretty much some of the same people and then a few other people that I recently started following. That's why I said if you go look at my like stuff under Twitter, that shit is just lewd central. Oh, Angelifu, I think. I think this is Void's girlfriend. I'm pretty sure this is Void's girlfriend. Who else? Super Satan. Satan's son. Oh no, this is an artist. Yeah, this is an artist. I also follow a bunch of lewd artists too, so that's like a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, that's Shell. Juliet Michelle again. Oh, Chrissy Victory. I follow. Some of you be surprised. I haven't paid for none of this shit. I'm just following Twitters and Instagrams. That's all I need to do. That's the lifestyle I live. It's weird because I go from like wholesome Pokemon pictures to like flat out just like borderline porn. It's ridiculous. But I'm a very complicated individual. But like I said, I don't really care. It's not like I'm hating on them for doing the content. But the dudes who co-sign on that shit and like don't act like the blind fandom is what I more hate. Not even the person creating the content, but the fandom. And it's not even really their fault because if it wasn't her, it'd be another chick. Simpery is just a problem in general. You can like the shit. Hell, you can jack all the shit. I don't care what you do to it. Just don't let these girls, because that was the big issue on Twitch for a while, where Twitch girls be on there just doing dumb and ridiculous shit, and like dudes wouldn't call her out on it. They would like let these girls break the TOS for no fucking reason other than, well, I want to keep seeing the ass and titties. Go subscribe to her Patreon then, bitch. Jesus, it's not that hard. Damn. Who else? See, now I'm back into like wholesome shit. So now I actually got to scroll down to find the lewd, ridiculous shit I have. I actually have more wholesome. Also, like I said, a lot of this is like lewd artists. I actually think I follow lewd artists more than lewd cosplayers. Where was the one I just recently started following? Like in the last few... Damn, I can't even find her. It's this real, like, slim chick. And I have no idea where she is now. She's probably buried in there. I might post some of the links to some of these. Realistically, you could find them on my Twitter, but I might post some of their Twitters because I do enjoy their content. And like I said, it's not hate on the person. And at the end of the day, they're still doing things to make their money. Like, I don't know how often this really happens, but like the girls who don't have like a slim... Now granted, some of these chicks literally just get paid to look the way they normally look. But some of these chicks legit have to work out, especially the older you get or if your metabolism gets fucked up or whatever. Some of these chicks legit have to work out to maintain the bodies that people fucking subscribe to them for. So it is hard work. And because it's body focus and beauty focus, that is something that comes into effect. So it's not like I don't understand the grind they would have to do. Hell, a lot of these girls have gotten implants and shit to further that career. And although you may not agree with it, but realistically you can say, oh, that's an investment. That it's an investment into the future of her career. And then you got girls who are like smart about it and are doing other things too. Like a lot of these chicks do like clothing and like photography. So like even if they're not in front of the camera after a certain point, they'll still be making money in that same industry because they've also built a bunch of connections. It's crazy. The shit's deep. The shit's deeper than one would probably think about because realistically what you're thinking about is the moment of, and then that's it. So this is kind of a rambly video, but it is something I wanted to talk about, and that supposedly Idubbbz's girlfriend has an OnlyFans account. So if you think Idubbbz's girlfriend is hot, go check her out on OnlyFans. Also, I wouldn't call Idubbbz a simp. He's maybe a cuck, but you wouldn't call him a simp. He's not a simp in that situation because he's dating her. So he's like, there's no way I believe he's not still having sex with her. So like, realistically, the simping only works if they're not dating or with the girl. He's still with his girlfriend. He's not a simp. He's probably a cuck, but not a simp. The reason why I say he's a cuck is because when he explains what OnlyFans is in the video, he mentions it's everything the double penetration to fucking lewd cosplay. Which tells me that if they wanted to... Now granted, I think I've heard that her OnlyFans is pretty like tame. It's just naked pictures and like basic shit like that in the lewd cosplay. But realistically, if you're going to call him anything, you call Idubbbz a cuck, not a simp. And just remember... nobody is fucking safe from this shit. Thank you. And good night. My head is... oh no. Did it hit that? These videos aren't fucking meant to be perfect anyway. If anything, you get a laugh about it and have a weird conversation. And considering that these videos aren't fucking monetized in like the last year or so, I don't give a fuck what YouTube does as far as censorship. I mean, as far as not putting ads or saying it's not suitable for advertising. Don't make money off these videos anyway. Anywho, hope you enjoyed. Hope you had fun. Hope you were entertained. I'll catch you guys later. And, I know some people have... also, name your favorite... post your favorite type of chick. If there's like a cosplayer or someone you follow. It doesn't even have to be lewd. Like some of the chicks I mentioned aren't lewd. Just put it in the description. Favorite cosplayers or favorite lewd cosplayers or favorite e-girls or whatever. Put it in the comment section. And if you have a girlfriend, don't fuck that up on this. This is not the hill to die on, sir. Anywho, that's the game. Play to win. I'll catch you guys later. Vlog the game from your boy Terrell. I'll catch you guys later. Later days. Peace. Oh, god damn it! I told you I was going to need this. I'm thirsty. God, I'm thirsty.